Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Last episode Cruise Farther. So today we'll be looking at a binder of mine, and this is kind of important because you guys asked. Jesus, sorry. You guys actually asked for this specific video. I have been collecting Pokemon for like 4 years, a little bit longer that I've had this channel. Actually posting, so just go back to my oldest video and I remember probably recollecting for a long time. And if you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Cruz Fighter. I am a college student who has I don't want to say an obsession, but has a hobby, and one of his hobbies is Pokemon cards. And I'm a big fan, and this is my best cards mostly. So this is going to go from my gold cards up to about up to about all full art trainer cards, and then it stops at like some EX cards, the new EX cards, not the old ones. This is just the first part of a long series of videos. You will be continuing to get these in the next couple of probably the next week or so. I have finished this binder, like 2 other binders I have finished. And we have a couple more binders. I want to go through all the binders. The reason I'm doing this is that I was asked right before I took a little break. Also, but if you guys do notice that one of the videos I do upload is kind of off, is because I forgot to upload that video before I actually left to El Salvador. And probably the reason I forgot was because it was split in 2 videos, and then I never edited, and I only really remember edited videos already that are one full video. So that video is I'm probably gonna talk like I went back in time. I just forgot to upload it. So, but uploads have been pretty frequently. The only day I didn't upload was Saturday. That's because I physically tried to stay awake, and I physically could not after I got off of work. So yeah, but today's actually a day. Today's Saturday, and it's pretty late. It's like 7. I woke up around 7 from a nap after I got off of work, and I decided not to upload a video. Took in 1 day breaks, not too bad, but uploads should be continuing to be pretty normal. I should have 2 videos basically up to be going up normally. So yeah, not too bad. I think 1 day being off is not too bad. Hopefully we can start the uploading pretty frequently after that. But yes, I'm not talking. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about is that this is going to be all cards that I physically pulled or got gifted. This excludes any promo cards. Any Black Star promos are not in here. I also do have 1 card that's missing that I have actually pulled, that I actually sold. And again, this is I'll explain my sorting process to you guys, and it's a little confusing. That's okay. It works for me. It's my collection, so it totally makes sense. I honestly don't know what this binder is worth anymore. I have changed my binder since the last time I really checked how much one of my binders was worth. But if you guys want to give me an interesting guess of what you guys think the binder can be worth, I think it's worth at least like $1,000, maybe $2,000. Again, I have some of these cards are a little bit older. Some of these cards are really new, and I really don't know the prices of. Again, this is not my only binder. We have lots of different binders, and these are all filled with cards, but like none of these are sorted except like 1 of them, and that's not even all the binders. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 more. Again, I'm going to go through every single one of these binders. It's going to take a very long time. I'm doing 1 binder per video. I'm going to name this Let's Look Through My Collection, and I'm going to put part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. We're going to go from the best cards like this to the worst cards, through my promo cards, through all that stuff. It's gonna be a kind of a long process, but I want to make sure I'm clear about everything I'm doing. If you guys want to stop and look at any card, you guys can. I don't want to take too long. This is already gonna be a long video, so yeah. And lastly, there are mostly English, tiny bit of Japanese, And throughout my collection, you might see like Korean for some reason. I think I have like a couple Korean cards. That's like literally it. But yeah, I do want to give you guys a forewarning about that. Yeah, so most of these are pulled. Most of these, there are going to be a couple that I have bought either from like somebody who sold their collection. I might have picked up their lot and it was part of the collection. It's very rare, but I do generally tend to buy sometimes like a card or two from a card shop that was kind of nice looking. I don't think they're from this binder. They're from some of the other binders, perhaps. Some of these I got through giveaways or people have sent out to me or stuff like that. But I say normally through my entire collection, like 95% of my entire... no. I'll go about 90% of my entire collection has been pulled by hand. And is basically here on the channel. You guys can... If you really did the research, you could like go through most of my videos and see where I pulled all my cards. I don't really open up Pokemon outside of YouTube. Except for maybe a couple, like, you know, sometimes I'll buy like 3 packs and I open them up when I'm hanging out with my girlfriend and some friends or something, and then, you know, maybe she'll pull something, maybe I pull something like that. But generally, I keep most of my openings here. Sometimes I even like make a video about it afterwards, or like, hey, I actually pulled something cool. I didn't get it on video, but here's the stuff. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, let's get right into it. And this is actually a binder from Scarlet Violet. This is now just my general binder, my big binder. This is the one that I keep pretty well. And one of the things the reason I decided to move the binder here is because of the actual like pages. The pages themselves are, in my opinion, really good. I'm not a big fan of the background, but like the actual backing or whatever. It sucks in my opinion, but it works well. And most of these cards are double sleeved. So they're in a random assortment of sleeves. You're gonna take them out and they're sleeved with a penny sleeve, and then they're put into a binder sideways page. So the reason I do it is to make sure that these cards are in good condition. Now, if you see any cards that are damaged, they probably are. I don't think they're in any of this one, but you'll see this throughout the entire collection. Some of these binders, some of these cards I might have actually had since I was really young, or I've damaged. An incident happened a couple months ago where I damaged like a tiny, I think like 7 cards. It sucked really. It was my being miscareful, and I might explain that story if we see those cards eventually. But most of these cards are in perfect condition. Most of these have been sleeved up right afterwards, or kept in a little pile and then sleeved up. So they're all really, really good condition. If anything, centering is the worst part about most of these. So let's get right into it. All right, so I'm going to be recording this kind of in this setting. And we're going to just kind of go through it. So here we start with 2 Zamazenta V gold cards from Sword and Shield base set. If you guys don't know the story, I don't know which one it is, but one of these is the... when I bought, if you guys don't know the story behind it, I think at this point I was a sophomore. Was I a sophomore or a junior in high school? I might have been a junior in high school. Yes, I think it was. Yeah, I was a junior in high school. It had been years since I had ever opened up some Pokemon cards. Sword and Shield had released not that long ago, and I was talking with a friend. And while in one of my classes, like actually a Spanish class, I decided to order a Elite Trainer box to kind of fulfill, you know, like to kind of feel what it was like back in the day. And actually, I opened up the 8 packs, and in one of the packs was a gold Zamazenta. I thought it was a really cool card, but in reality, I didn't know how cool it was, so I decided to do some research. I looked at videos, I learned that it was a brand new set, whatever, and then I ended up buying the second version of the Elite Trainer box. And the rest is history. I continued to open up stuff. And COVID happened really soon after that, and I really got into watching Pokemon, kind of getting the back of things, and I saw a lot of really small creators that I just started watching because I felt they were more genuine than the big creators. They weren't catering towards kids. They were catering to the average adult fan, which I think was pretty cool. And I thought I could totally do that. So I started my channel, and I brought you with the process of basically rekindling my love for the cards. So we have a Berserker Glen Berserker, that's a pretty cool card there. We move on over here. Got a Choice Belt, actually playable. Metal Saucer, again, from Sword and Shield base set. I do have to point out that, what's that set called? I'm gonna try to do this. I have to hold my camera up the entire time, so this will be a tiny bit difficult. Another thing is that you guys might see some cards missing that are actually part of my collection. That's going to be from Primal Clash. And the reason that is that all Primal Clash, unless if it's a duplicate, is in a different binder. But yeah, we have here Double Turbo Energy, Suspicious Food Tin, and XP Share. So, pretty cool. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. We have Telescopic Sight, Box of Disaster, Air Balloon. Again, these are all gold cards, a bunch of different sets. We have Scoop Up Net, Quick Ball Energy, Level Ball, another Sword and Shield base set card. Got a lot of those cards. We have Energy Switch, Nest Ball, Rare Candy, actually from... These are both from Scarlet Violet and Beyond. You guys can tell by the change of the... What's it called? The actual rarity symbol that they've been using. I don't know how I feel about it completely. And that's going to be a little confusing because they've changed the whole way that they've done their rarities. The binder is a little confusing, especially because I don't have... I believe there's triple star ones that aren't technically just gold, so they technically belong to be up here. It's a little confusing, but I'll kind of explain it on the way. Rainbow Energy, we have a Metacore Barrier, Triple Acceleration Energy, pretty cool there. Netball, we go into some of the Sun and Moon ones. Metal Frying Pan, Tag Switch, we go into some of the older ones, which is awesome. VS Seeker or Vis Seeker, Rare Candy, Energy Switch, really cool cards down here. These are all awesome, really nice cards. We're going to move up here. We have a Enhanced Hammer and a Basic Energy. So these are going to go into secret rares. Now the reason they all go into the secret rare strategy is because this would be a little hard to maneuver, but they're above the actual I don't know why the camera quality is so low, but they're actually above the set number, and that's why. Sorry guys, I had to fix my focusing. Oh my god, this is gonna be a fun video to edit. Anyways, so there's that. We have Rapid Strike. This is an alt art for this card. Really cool card. It's actually a kind of an expensive card. It's 170 and a 163. View Me Max, another pretty expensive card. This is from Fusion Strike. And if you guys know, one of the other cards that was kind of an alt art VMAX that was super rare was actually my Umbreon alternate art from not Rolling Skies, whatever Skies it's called, Evolving Skies. And again, the reason it's no longer here is because it's one of the cards I sold. Back in the day, they used to do Mega EXs in both a regular rarity, just as a Mega EX, and as a gold one. So you'll see it by how much gold is around certain edges and stuff. And these are all cards that are like that. So we have Mega Kangaskhan EX, Mega Heracross EX, and of course, I honestly do have a Mega Lucario EX. So pretty cool. This is a really interesting one because it's I actually pulled this one, which I think is pretty funny. And I didn't actually know it was a secret rare at the time. It's from Steam Siege, and it's a regular EX card. I thought it was a regular EX full art, but it turns out it was a secret rare, and I honestly didn't know. It's a little strange, but it is what it is. This Pikachu is, for some reason, is a secret rare. It's above the actual thing, and it's a pretty interesting card, so I decided to put it here. Now, these are interesting because these are all from one set, and that is Jesus, I'm having such brain farts. These are all from, what is that set called? What is that set called? Oh, I can't remember. I don't remember. But anyways, these are a little weird because they're not extra rare. Now, they're all considered secret rares. And these you didn't even find as a regular, like, in the rare slot. You could find them in the middle. They were actually really, really, really in abundance. So technically, by definition, they are secret rare. They do go over the actual amount. This is 112 out of 108. But they weren't actually rare cards. It's the reason why I have 3 of these. These are old cards I pulled. They're all basically kind of Easter eggs from old cards like Surfing Pikachu and Flying Pikachu. So they're kind of neat. I think the art and I think everything was neat. I just wish they would have actually made them rare. And here comes Team Rocket. Same thing. We go into Rainbow Rares. We start here with Stonejourner VMAX from Sword & Shield base set. We go into some of the other ones. More Stonejourner. Inteleon. It's pretty cool. We move into more Pekko, Galarian Slowking. So pretty cool stuff there. We go into V-Stars. We got Lugia V-Star. Pretty cool card there as well. Again, these are all technically considered secret rare, but they have a rainbow rarity instead of a gold rarity, or just these are literally just art rarity, or like they're literally just called secret rares. So these are all these pages are technically secret rare. This is a Japanese card. I think I actually pulled this on video. It's pretty cool. Zora, I think is something Zora. Alonia, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, or Galarian. I don't remember. But pretty cool. So most cards I have in English. Sometimes I have in both. Sometimes in rare occasions, I have just in Japanese, which I think is kind of cool. Here we have some other V-Stars. Pretty cool. Shaman, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. We have Gyarados GX. Yep, GX. We have Rainbow GX cards as well. We go into some other GX cards. We have Greninja GX. Really cool card. We have Espeon GX. Actually an expensive card. And then we go into, more GX cards. We have the legendary tag team legendary birds. So that's pretty cool. Drampa GX. I think it's kind of weird. We go into more rainbows. Here's my collection of Rainbow Marnies. If you guys don't know, it took forever for me to find an actual Rainbow Marnie, or any Marnie at that point, from Sword & Shield base set. And now I have 3 Rainbow Rare Marnies. They're actually pretty expensive cards. They're some of the most expensive cards from the actual set. Because it's an extremely playable card. I think the full art is actually worth more, but it's pretty cool. We have Professor's Research. More Sword & Shield base set. You guys are going to see that there's a lot of Sword & Shield base set because I have most of Sword & Shield base set. We have Professor's Research from Pokemon Go. We have another Pokemon Go. This is actually in Japanese. Because I actually opened up some Pokemon Go in Japanese. Aroma Lady. Pretty cool. Going to here, we have Dancer and some really cool stuff there. So we have another one there, Debe, again from Sword & Shield base set. And we got some other set ones as well. And we go into, these are an interesting lot. So again, the New Year's ones have, the best ones can get up to 3 stars. And there's also 2-star ones. I didn't know how to exactly qualify these because technically they are secret rare. But in my opinion, they're not as big as, the triple energy ones, the triple star ones, like these guys. Sorry. So I decided to put them kind of a weird in between. I know technically they're secret rares or whatever. I guess, and trying to old qualify because they're still above the set numbers. But there's like 40 cards or 50 cards above the set numbers. And I didn't know how to deal with that. So they're basically alt arts of regular cards in like a really nice setting. So they're not full art versions. They're alt art cards. But, it is what it is. So these are the 3 that I do actually have. These are from Scarlet Violet. This one's a really cool one, a really cool card. So really dope. And then we go into just VMAX cards. So VMAX, pretty cool. You're going to see a lot of Sword and Shield here. Lots of Sword and Shield. You are going to see some, what's it called? Alternate arts for some of these. And, you know, but I just kept them all together. Why not? So we got Snorlax VMAX. We got 2 of those. Extremely playable card, though. We have Rillaboom VMAX. Rillaboom VMAX both in Japanese and in English. We have Aggron VMAX. If you guys don't know, Aggron is actually legitimately one of my favorite Pokemon as well of all time. So super awesome to have cool versions of him. We have here Stonjourner VMAX. Again, lots of Sword and Shield openings, so lots of Sword and Shield cards. We have these guys, and then this is technically an alt art. It has a weird classification because it came in a reverse slot. And this is when they were doing reverse slots in kind of a weird setting. So you could get like, there's 30 cards in the reverse slot. And so I just decided to put it here. I thought it was the easiest place to put it. A Champ VMAX, Hatchram VMAX, Heatran, and Galarian Slowking VMAX. So pretty cool cards there. Lapras, the one and only Lapras. So, if you guys don't know, if you guys have been following the channel for a long time, Lapras is like the card I've pulled the most, Lapras V generally. But I have pulled Lapras VMAXs. As you can see, I've pulled Lapras V Full Arts. And just in general, I've pulled a ton of Laprases, and it's kind of a big meme. So, here's 3 Lapras VMAXs. Actually playable. And Talions, we got some cool Talions. The 2 from different sets, which is kind of cool. We have Galarian Dramaton VMAX, Clayrex VMAX. We move over here. Blaziken, another one of my favorite cards of Pokemon of all time. That entire set, like up to Torchic and all that stuff is awesome. It's actually whatever one that he's a starter in actual physical games, like not physical, but yeah, physical games. Like for the Advanced Game Boy, I think it was, I played it on, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually the introduction I ever got to any Pokemon, and I played it. So I'm a big fan of the Pokemon. Actually, one of my newer favorite Pokemon has actually been Chandelure. I don't know why, but I feel like all his cards are awesome, and I absolutely just love the card now. So Chandelure VMAX is now just regular Chandelure is for some reason has become one of my favorite Pokemons pretty fast, and I think it's just purely through the art of cards. Flareon VMAX, which is pretty cool. I love all EV evolutions, always since I was a kid. So I love all EV evolutions, practically the same, but Leafeon's my favorite. Ditto, I think Ditto's pretty cool. Rayquaza, one of my other, I wouldn't say one of my favorites, one of the ones I've always loved, specifically because of Roaring Skies, when an awesome set, and those cards are so cool. We have these guys. We have 3 of them, 2 in English, 1 in Japanese. We have some other ones from different sets. Gardevoir VMAX, English Slash, Flapple, Chartricity VMAX, pretty cool stuff. Victini, Celebi, all really nice cards. All cards I really like. A lot of these cards I'm a big fan of the actual Pokemon. We have a Mew there, View VMAX in Japanese. That's pretty cool. Malamar VMAX, that's a pretty dope card. Morpeko VMAX. You have a Jolteon VMAX there as well. Sword and Shield base set as well. I don't know why that's not supposed to be like that. That's okay. Crobat VMAX. We have a Mimikyu VMAX, and then we go into these are a little strange. They're a little confusing, and this used to make a little bit more sense, but Megas used to come out in a full out version, and so it's confusing as hell, because by the time that Megas came out, they used to do the only gold cards were cards that were already a thing. Then they actually made gold cards separate, and a kind of a different classification, and then they ended up doing them with full art cards. So you could get megas and then mega full arts. In my opinion, yeah, probably my favorite design of all cards, period, is mega full arts. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I know I don't technically have most of them up here, but I do have. This is one of my favorite cards of all time. It's probably through art. It is my favorite card of all time. In my opinion, there is not a better card that looks better than this. The colors, the vibrancy, the actual lettering here, which of course just says the actual attack name. I don't know what it is, but it's, in my opinion, it's ever since I was a kid, I actually had this as not this one specifically, but I had this exact, a card just like this one when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it, and it's pretty awesome. So I actually do have another one. This isn't even my only one. This is the one I actually got sent by Payday Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, because I won a giveaway from him, and he was I talked about, I think in a video just randomly, that it was one of my favorite cards of all time, and he ended up sending it extra above on top of that, and it was just an awesome gift. And yeah, so this is where a lot of the Primal Clash cards are actually missing, because they're not here. They're actually in the actual Primal Clash binder. So there's that. Also, yes, this Mega Lucario and this one are kind of a strange one, because they came as promo cards in their respective boxes. I think in separate boxes, if I'm not mistaken. But they're a little weird because they don't show up as a Black Star promo. And then it says here 24A out of 119. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. Technically they're promo cards, but they still have the star itself. So I decided to slot them in here. We go into V-Stars, which are awesome in my opinion. V-Stars are absolutely neat cards. And technically I did make a mistake here. I'm supposed to separate V-Star full arts. They're basically alternate arts of the versions. But I never did, so they're kind of mixed in together. But Regigigas, VMAX, V-Star, awesome. We have a Charizard, V-Star, another really cool pull. We got Mewtwo both in Japanese and English, awesome. We have a Dragonite in Japanese only. We go into here, we get a good amount of Japanese, actually. We got English, Dratini, Gudra in Japanese. We have actually in English as well. We have some more Japanese in Zorak. I said Zora. It was a Zorak. And then we do actually have its alternate art. Really, really awesome. These V-Star alternate arts were absolutely amazing looking. Like, some of the best art I've actually seen just through, like, visually. And they're just such cool cards. I'm sorry, the cameras, they're like triple sleeves, so it doesn't really do it justice with, like, some of the, the holographicness and stuff, but they're such cool cards. We have Zacian V-Star. Again, a ton of Zacians, but you'll never see a fucking gold. Japanese card here. This is another really, really cool one. V-Star, and that's an alternate art. Another amazing art there. Talking about more crazy arts, here we have a Darkrai V-Star. An absolute awesome looking alternate art. Just regular V-Stars. And then we have Leafeon again, and an amazing Leafeon V-Star alternate art. I'm sorry, there's still pages to go. We go into some more V-Stars. Very cool. And Unknown is awesome. And then we go into Megas. Now, this is where clarification comes into matter. Yes, Primal Clash. But again, I have multiple of these, so that's why they show up here. And some of these are really nice. We have Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. EX, I had actual Primal Groudon when I was younger. Never actually picked up Primal Kyogre when I was younger, but I do have it now. A regular Mega Kangaskhan EX. Mega Venusaur EX. And yes, we have the Mega Charizard. This is actually one of the cards that one of my friends actually had, and it was so cool back in the day, and it is still such an awesome card. It's horrendously to play. It would be so hard to play in, like, legitimately games or whatever. but it is such a dope card. I love that he's blue. Everything about him is awesome. Such a cool card. Mega Rayquaza EX. Again, what an absolute awesome card. I love Megas. Their entire design is so dope. Just some of the coolest card designs out there, in my opinion. There's nothing like it today. Mega Slowbro EX. And this is a pretty famous card. It's actually my first giveaway I ever did on the channel with the Mega Slowbro. And I've actually somehow picked up a bunch of them since then. Mega Blastoise EX. That's pretty cool. A Mega Charizard EX. Another really cool one. Glad to get both Charizard. I don't think I had this one either as a child, but it's pretty cool. And then we got Mega Pidgeot. We're going to, probably one of my favorite cards of all time, a Mega Lucario EX. I know I technically showed the gold version, but when I was younger, I always dreamed of getting a Mega Lucario for Furious Fist, and it was just such a cool card, and I'm happy to get them. So pretty cool. Got some other Megas here. Mega Gardevoir. This is from Steam Siege, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what the symbol means. They were doing like this dual thing where they're kind of both or something. You go into EX cards. They're stage and full art. Gotta clarify that. Don't worry about it. It makes sense in my brain. It's gonna be a little rough to understand, but we got some cool. I don't know how I feel about EX cards. In my opinion, are kind of lame design. They have the stage thing, when I'm not a big fan of. They remind me of GX cards, but V cards, and then the original EX cards, so they're kind of meh. I feel like they're trying to like slightly change stuff, and it's a little weird. And I'm not the biggest fan of the way that they've done the art. But yeah, not the biggest fan of their art style. We have GX cards, pretty cool. GX card full arts were also a little plain in my opinion, but I think it sometimes worked really well with like this Gyarados, and I don't know about this one so much, but this one worked I think pretty well. But that Gyarados looks awesome. Again, another card that I think worked well because of this plain design was a Sylveon. I think this card also works extremely well in this type of full art design that they did for a while. But yeah, a card that is absolutely awesome is this Charizard and Blaziken GX Tag Team Full Art. Now, the difference between tag teams and the full art versions of themselves is that the art was different and that they're actually textured. That's a big thing. It's funny because I was talking with my girlfriend and she was saying, how do you know the tiny little differences? And I'm like, it's just something that you pick up. And it's pretty interesting. This is a Reshiram's. Sorry about that, guys. My phone died. So let's get right back into it. We have some more EX full arts there. We go into actual V card full arts, and I'm a bigger fan of V card full arts. They did still kind of a plain simple background, but there's like multiple different colors, and I think it ends up working a lot better. We have Slacking there V, which is a pretty cool one right there. Zamazenta V. These are some old arts. We have some Japanese as well. Pretty cool. We have Sword and Shield, and once again, Sword and Shield had really good one. That Rillaboom is an extremely good full art in my opinion, so that's really cool. We have Snorlax V, another really nice one. We got some of this is a really one, Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. Stonejourner, awesome looking one. Got some alt art ones, and then some regular, which I think is pretty funny. Torkoal, another excellent one. Copperajah is kind of a mediocre one. We got Lapras V there, of course, from Sword and Shield base set. Some more alt arts right there. We go here into Double, another pretty cool one. Getting close to the end. This would be like over half an hour video, but I apologize. And I'm sorry about it getting darker. I started recording this about like over an hour ago. I had to let my phone charge as well, so that was like 10 minutes. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't die halfway through. Keep going. Another one of my favorite Pokemon evolutions for myself. Raichu, pretty cool. Actually playable. Verizon. Another really cool one, Inteleon, Berserker, Jolteon, Sylveon. We have Indeedee, Mewtwo. Both of these were playable at their time. Crobat, playable at its time. This was playable at its time. We got a Japanese and an English. I think both are technically alt arts of the actual V card. Sableye V, another awesome looking card from V Full Art from Sword and Shield base set. We go into GX Full Arts, basic cards. Dedenne is one of the other ones that's a little weird, where technically it was a promo card, but because he was super playable. But technically he's got it doesn't have a Black Star promo and it has a little star, so I kept him here. EX Full Arts, in my opinion, some of the best cards of all time. And I think look even better. We got Wailord. I mean, they look even better than the GX and MV cards, in my opinion. Wailord EX. We have, of course, Lucario EX. Such an awesome Machamp. This is one of my Korean cards, which I thought was pretty cool. Yes, Venusaur EX. This one's really damaged. I actually don't think you can tell very well. You can tell right here, but it's an extremely damaged card because I actually kept this from my childhood. This is Charizard EX, really nice card. Kyogre EX, really awesome card there as well. Just such good cards. Mewtwo EX there. We got Kangaskhan, Yelta EX, Xerneas. We got Gardevoir. Awesome, just awesome cards. Like, they're some of the best art, in my opinion, you can see in Pokemon, period. Another Mewtwo EX. Toxicroak EX. Just, oh man, all these cards are absolutely beautiful. We got Pidgeot, Latias, Jolteon. Just awesome cards. These are such iconic cards, in my opinion. Most of these are awesome cards. And we go into the, oh man, these are probably some of my favorite cards. These are the, I am horrible with names today. They're part of a subset of special artistic cards that are kind of like really cute or whatever. I can't remember what they're called, but this is one of my favorite cards of all time. And I'm not entirely sure why, but I love this card. So I got two of them. Pretty cool. We got some, that's another one from that same thing. We got Moga and Jirachi EX. Jirachi's like basically always playable. We got just regular full art trainer cards. Some really cool ones. I do actually like Sword and Shield did pretty well. I'm not the biggest fan of the Scarlet Violet. I think they look a little plainish, to be fair. And Sun and Moon was interesting in my opinion. They did okay. They have kind of a weird little wash to them. But in my opinion, once again, it actually goes XY. I think I have to go Sword and Shield. And then I don't know how I feel about either Sun and Moon and Scarlet Violet. With its full art look, I guess. But yeah. I think Sword and Shield has really good ones. They did really well, I think, in most of them. And the artistic ones that they tried to change a little bit were kind of cool. So I think it turned out pretty well. Again, there's a lot of different cards. If you want to look at them, just pause the video. I don't want to take too long here. Cafe Master, pretty cool one there. They go up here. Debe, Sword and Shield base set. And you're going to see a lot of Sword and Shield base set. Because, again, I have a bunch of Sword and Shield base set. So this is from the newer set. But they look so similar. The only thing, I think the art style changes like this. But they look pretty similar. The difference is that Sun and Moon has kind of like a background thing. So I think they have backgrounds instead of like kind of a standard background instead of like an actual physical location for most of them. And I think it works really well sometimes, but other times they look a little wash. So it's depending of the actual card. Like, this is an absolutely awesome card. That might be, yeah. So that's pretty cool. And Japanese, pretty cool. So this is XY. X and Y has the same thing where it's a kind of a washed background, but I think the art style in some of these are just really cool. Awesome. And I think this is some of the reasons Like, these are such cool cards. Pokemon Rangers looks awesome. Pokemon Center Lady. I think they're a little, each of them are very specific to the actual card. They really changed the artisticness of the actual card. They're not a little bit more plainish. And I think some of the best ones are actually in Primal Clash, which are not here. They're actually in my Primal Clash binder. Actually, I'm a pretty big fan of these as well from this set. They're pretty cool. We're going to just EX cards staged, and actually that is where it ends. So we got some more EX cards there. We got Gyarados, Arcanine, EX, Lucario. This is in Japanese, so pretty cool. But yeah, that's the last one of this bit. But yeah, so the rest of the binder is actually gonna be in the rest card. So you guys are like, where's all the V cards, the other GX cards, the remaining of EX cards? They're all in a different binder. I actually haven't sorted that binder out completely yet, so I have still to do that part. But yes, that's the first binder. I want to apologize for all the little cuts. It was a little hard. My phone died once. The focus just died on me, and I needed to refocus it up. And then one time, I can't remember why it stopped on me. But sorry about that. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was a little dark or the cards were hard to see. It just got darker and darker as I started recording, and that kind of sucks. Another thing is that it's hard to show the quality of these cards because they're double sleeved up in their binder, so they're kind of hard to see. So I apologize about that. I wish there was a kind of a better way to look at it, but I'm not entirely sure. Without also making it extremely painful, like taking every single card out and something like stupid like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This is just the first binder of very many. I think I have like 10 binders in total. And you guys are, again, I'm going to continue to go through all this stuff. Again, this is mostly just secrets and then full arts, VMAXs, and then it starts the new EX cards. I think the other binder will have EX cards, Vs, Megas, no, not Megas, Tag Teams, I think it has, GX cards, and then it will probably end around EX, the original EX cards. Actually, I think it might actually miss that point, honestly. But the next binder should be pretty good. I haven't finished that one, but I will probably finish it very soon. And we'll go and we'll keep going. We'll keep going. It goes on to like some other special cards like shinies and radiants and really cool holographics, to character cards, break and all that stuff. And then we're gonna go into holographics, so you guys will see some of my vintage stuff, which is awesome. And then reverses, and those videos should be a little bit more quicker. I'll just quickly go through all reverses like super fast, but all that stuff. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out everything else down in the description, specifically my TikTok, Instagram, gaming channel, as well as subscribe down below if you guys are interested in donating. Let me know if you guys saw any cards that you guys loved, any cards were like, wow, that's awesome, cards that you aren't a big fan of, some of my opinions, what you guys are excited to see. And if you guys think I'm missing anything, again, there are some miscellaneous ones, like, again, this one's here, that one's sitting right there, promo cards are missing out of here, Primal Clash is technically out of here, but most of it should be in there. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.